Breaking news coming in, the Dragon's fresh bid to provoke now. Chinese Foreign Ministry says it does not recognize the so-called Union Territory of Ladakh, and according to that, illegally established by India, and opposes the infrastructure construction even in the border areas for military control purposes. So this is, remember, an official statement coming in from the Chinese Foreign Ministry stating it does not recognize the so-called Union Territory of Ladakh and has called it an illegally established by India. This is clearly an attempt, remember, being made by China to constantly provoke. It has been trying with information propaganda. It has been trying on the ground along the line of actual control as well. And now says we even oppose the infrastructure construction in the border areas for military control purposes. All right, so that's the big breaking news coming in. Remember, this is an official statement coming in from the Chinese Foreign Ministry. Does not recognize the so-called UT of Ladakh, calls it illegally established by India. And interestingly, while China themselves have been making all sorts of possible infrastructure developments on the other side, now they're saying they oppose infrastructure construction here in the border areas for military control purposes. So clearly intimidated also in many ways, trying to put forth aggression, trying to provoke India. But India has maintained restraint both on the ground and also with regard to its response and reactions. Let's go across now to our senior editor Shiv Arur on this. Shiv, so the Chinese Foreign Ministry now saying not that it matters much, but their statement is illegally established Union Territory of Ladakh. We do not recognize even the border infrastructure that's being constructed.
You know, it was only a matter of time before the Chinese authorities actually articulated this, Pooja, because the very fact that the Chinese needed some kind of rationale behind their huge mobilization since May this year, they found a reason for it, and that is the abrogation of Article 370, the establishment of the Union Territory of Ladakh. They've tried to create a kind of diplomatic smokescreen that justifies their military aggression on the ground. Obviously, like you said, it was only to be expected. Nobody is really paying attention very much to what China is saying anymore, much more than what the actions are on the ground. Because remember, it's been 5 days since the last round of talks that happened, in which the foreign ministries of both sides were actually involved. Both sides agreed not to escalate the situation, say anything, do anything that might raise temperatures. And then just 5 days after those talks, where in fact a joint statement was issued, you have a statement from the Chinese Foreign Ministry saying we don't recognize Ladakh. So I think even if anyone needed evidence that China, does things on one side and speaks on another and uses talks as a ruse to create a smokescreen for its insidious intentions in Ladakh, this is pretty clear to see, because this is a country that has, first of all, underestimated India's resolve in Ladakh. B, it has continued to mount this aggression despite global condemnation for its hegemonic designs. And therefore, India is not going to be even slightly concerned or even surprised by what China has said.
Yes.
This is something that has been established and recognized for many, many months now.
Thank you so much, Shiv Arur, tracking all the latest. And of course, Dragon trying to provoke, but India maintains restraint both on ground and specifically with such reactions coming in. The chief of